Hello and welcome to the Shielded Prepper. Today I have another great story for you and a walkabout. So after we're done, I'm going to show you something, and it's our chickens. And we have almost 30 chickens. We just had one die, an old girl. It was sad. Yet we have healthy chickens, and we did something, and I'm going to tell you about it, and it worked awesome. And first, I have to react to something. The story came out yesterday, and I intended on sharing this, and it didn't end up happening. Today is my 7-year-old daughter's birthday, and as you know, when kids are about that age, they love the mornings. They love knowing it's their birthday and all that stuff. So we've been celebrating, preparing. So we were out running errands last night, and today's a good day to share this. Here we go. This is out of USA Today. Some of you may have heard this story, and if you haven't, it's important for us to know because this has ripple effects. Are you ready? The debt limit forecast says the U.S. could be in default by summer. Now, that's not necessarily the most alarming thing. This has happened many, many times before where they have to extend the debt ceiling, yet it's becoming extremely acute for one reason, and it's going to be shared here. The Treasury will run out of money to pay the government's bills, such as, they lead with this, Social Security and military paychecks. Boy, do they pull on the heartstrings. So they can spend like drunken sailors, yet when they say we're about out and it's going to affect the elderly and the military, oh, isn't that interesting how they chose those two to point out? And yet they spend like there is no tomorrow. There's a little bit I don't understand, and this is going to get worse right here. If Congress doesn't raise the debt limit, the amount the U.S. can legally borrow, I don't know, do they unlegally or illegally borrow things? The extraordinary measures the Treasury is taking to pay America's bills will run out between July and September. We are already in extraordinary measures being taken to cover these bills. We do not have it. We do not have it. We are all a debtor nation. And many Americans live their lives similar to how the U.S. government does, and they don't desire to. They have no other option. Our government has no other option. It has no other option. It has to increase it. The only option would be severe and extraordinary measures to cut real deep. The central bank blames, never take accountability, yet it says the central bank blames the uncertain date on upcoming revenue connections, especially how much the U.S. collects in taxes by the April due date. This is hard for me to swallow. We know that they are reliant on taxpayers. We know. I am one, and I have spent tens and tens of thousands just in the recent years on taxes. It's very inflated. And we know that the backbone of this country is being crushed in the middle income category. The small businesses that carry much of the employment that pay a lot of these additional taxes that employers pay. So there's employee taxes and employer taxes. And if you've ever employed someone or owned your own business and understand what I'm talking about, put it in the comments. There are two types of taxes. There's those on business owners, and then there's those on employees. And both play a huge part. So just know the extraordinary measures that they're taking is going to be connected especially to how much the U.S. collects in taxes by April. If the country takes in less than expected, do you think that's going to happen? The U.S. could run out of money before July. Do you think they're going to take in less? I'll tell you a little story how they will be taking in less. Many independent business owners or 1099 businesses that run strictly on commission, they eat what they kill. If they don't kill, they don't eat. And what I mean by that is commission sales in real estate. I know several real estate agents, and we've talked about this, and one in particular yesterday has not paid their taxes. They don't have it, and they owe over $50,000 for last year. They pay nothing this year so far. They're living paycheck to paycheck. They take nothing out. They can't survive their lifestyles up here. And this is not to cast shade on them. This is significantly more systemic than just in real estate. The U.S. is going to bring in less this year. It is getting worse this year because the amount that everything else costs is increasing. Everything. And if we desire to maintain the quality of our lives with increasing costs on everything, we have to do more and stretch and expand and find new ways to earn money on the side outside of our normal income. The consequences of the default would impact all Americans, not some, not a few, not a handful, not a certain section, all. All. From bottom to top in different ways, forcing higher home and auto loan rates. What? They're telling us right here, if they don't take it in, they will increase the cost to borrow money. They'll increase it, and they will do it with no shame. They will be unashamed when they do it. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, oh my gosh. When I see her, I just see a big blowhard. She's probably super smart. She's probably a fine person when you meet her, yet her role is so lascivious. It's lascivious. And if you don't know what lascivious means, put it in the comments. Help the rest of us that don't know. I know what it means. Yet lascivious, there's something off about it. And they're telling us right now, if they don't take in the proper tax amount, or this year if it comes in low by April, they'll have no other option yet to increase the cost to borrow money. And Janet Yellen says that she can use extraordinary measures to pay the bills only until June 5th. So the extraordinary measures that she can do is raising interest rates. That's what she's going to do. She's going to break the back of Americans. This is by design. This is not by default. They're doing it on purpose to you and to me. On top of that, and I'm going to end here, it goes on, and it's really frustrating to even read. On top of that, it is unlikely that the federal government would be able to issue payments to millions of Americans that are already living paycheck to paycheck. My parents are one of them. They're only on Social Security. And they're sweet and amazing. And they don't have anything else to fall back on other than Social Security. And here's what it says. Outside of issuing, that the government would not be able to issue to millions of Americans, including our military families, there we go again, and our seniors who rely on Social Security. This is happening. Prepare now. If you're hearing this and you have family members that are on Social Security and a fixed income, help them now. If you can, purchase more food and start to put it aside. This is not going to get easier. It's going to get more difficult for many, many people. And if you have wisdom to hear now and you have prudent eyes, which Proverbs 22:3, that a prudent man foreseeth danger and hides himself. And when it says man or woman, and the simpleton passes on and is destroyed. So if you believe that the government and the central bank led by Janet Yellen is there to have your back, heck no. You are so delusional. This is unwinding quickly, and we have an opportunity right now to take little moves that if we made little moves right now is going to bless us. Let me go show you. So some of you may have heard about this issue with laying hens not producing. There was something up with the feed, and we have about 30 hens. And sure enough, it was happening to us too. And we have an awesome group of birds. Look at all these girls. Hi, girls. Hi, ladies. Where are they at? They're all in here. We changed their feed And these chickens started blowing us up. We went with a better quality feed. We started changing up some things just in how their coop is situated. And sure enough, these chickens went game time on us. And we started receiving so many eggs. It's almost like they were holding them back for such a time as that. As soon as we got smarter than whatever we were thinking about the type of feed we were buying, we purchased good feed, yet we went to a better feed. We throw nothing away in our home. No food goes in our garbage can. All of our cuttings, all of our leftovers, we don't even use a microwave because we cook and we eat, and what we don't eat oftentimes goes to the chickens. And this is Maggie. This is our baby puppy. I know it's, come here, Maggie. Come say hi. Come here, come say hi. She's a puppy, and this is a purebred red lab, and she's a good girl. So just to encourage you guys today, look for new ways to improve the feed in your home for your family. Shield yourself by understanding what's going on, and help one person. If we can help just one prepare themselves for a bit more, how special would that be? It's coming. The wave's building. This doesn't mean absolute and utter destruction. This means that things are going to get harder by design until they shift. So friends, be blessed, prepare yourselves, and know that there's still amazing opportunities in front of us. And if we start today, it all becomes easier. The Shielded Prepper is out.